Welcome. We're already at day 12. Today our focus is going to be on the lower body, especially on the hips. So it's both hip strengthening and hip mobility. I will do one exercise two ways. One is on the chair and the other will be from the floor. But let's all start out on the edge of our chair, get a feeling for the rhythm of how to do it. And then those of you that want to can move down to the floor for the second round. So let's get started. Let's get squared up again. Hips and knees and ankles in alignment. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. Rest those shoulder blades on the back of the lungs. And then let's just spend a moment connecting with our breath. Hands on your belly and your heart if you'd like, or just open. Breathe into that diaphragm, fill that belly with air. And then slowly and gently draw that belly button back and towards the spine. You can practice any of the breaths that we've been doing, but just come back to that centered space. Taking a little moment in time here to just focus on your breath. Hearing that sound of the ocean as you breathe in and out. Let's just take two more. And then blink open your eyes. So today is strength and mobility, and we'll practice this first by using whatever you have at home. A water bottle is good. I didn't have a small water bottle, so I've got the orange juice and I've got an empty water. So what we'll be doing is sitting towards the front of your chair on your sit bones, way up towards the edge. Again, your legs in that position, your knees coming out from the hips, your ankles below that. Long and tall in the spine, shoulder blades resting on the back. Your hands wherever it is comfortable for you. But we will be lifting our knee, taking it over the orange juice container in my case, and coming back. So let's start out together. Breathe and lift up that hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You feel it in the hip? Now, you noticed I moved my hand down. I kind of put my fingers right into the hip in the side there, because I don't want you lifting the leg to get it over. Either choose a lower container if it's hard for you to lift it over, or focus on keeping both hips squarely down to the chair, having that finger in there so you're using the leg, lift over, go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it works your thighs. It's also doing great hip mobility work because you're taking that hip out to the side and lifting it up and setting it down. Try to keep nice and long and tall in the spine. Don't be leaned back like this to help you do it. Either go for a lower object, such as me setting the water bottle down like that, and just lifting and moving something over. Whatever height works best for you in that. I just used what I had at home, and that's what we did. Okay? So now we're going to work on that strength. If you need 2 chairs, have a chair in front of you. Have your chair behind you for support. And we are going to move into the squat, so strength building. Again, line everything up so it's nice and square. Hands can come out here, holding your chair, whatever you like. Dropping that bum, keeping that spine nice and straight, touching the chair for 1. Breathe it up, squeezing up. Down 2, squeeze the glutes to stand up. Down 3, squeeze. 4, breathe up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake everything out. Next, we will go for that plie squat or that wide leg. Again, focus on not the butt pushing out, but turning that bum under, spine nice and straight, gaze and heart lifted, shoulders back. You're really dropping the tail. It's working the thighs and it forces you to use the glutes. Go down as far as is comfortable for you. We'll hold when you're down for a count of 5 and then breathe up slowly. So let's take it down. 1 and then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those cheeks to come up using the glute. That's what we're focusing on. Take it down slowly. Hold. Breathe it up. Keeping this a slow and constant movement so that you have tension on the way down as well as tension on the way up. So don't pop up unless you have to. Remember, we are building strength here. We're just working on being able to do 1 more than you could before. Breathe and squeeze up. 6, 7, 8. Let's hang out down here for 9. Come up halfway. Down. Come on up. We're challenging those last 2 to build that strength. Take it down. Hold. Breathe up halfway. Sink back down. Squeeze it up. Beautiful. I bet you our time is flying as always. Good. Now, for those of you who want to challenge those hips even more, take yourself to the floor. If getting on the floor isn't an option, go back to what you were doing on the chair. Again, trying to keep our spine up, nice and straight and tall, shoulders back. For this exercise, if you need to, you could prop the hips up on a pillow just a little bit, if that gets your pelvis to turn down a little bit more. We're going to go back to those 10 leg lifts, working our hips, keeping both hips square. And let's go for the left. Over 1, 2, 3. You should feel it in the quad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I had to lean back a little bit because of the height of my bottle, which made lifting it a little bit difficult. Now I'm going to try it without the pillow and see if that has me sitting a little bit more square without leaning back so much. So move your vessel closer to your foot and then lift it over. 1, back, 2, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back. Now remember, you can use a shorter vessel if it helps you stay more upright and lift it a little less high. It was forcing me to go back a little bit to get my leg high enough. But the wonderful thing is that worked our quads, that worked our glutes, and that worked on our side-to-side hip mobility. Then quickly while we're here, I'd love to hear how many of you can do this. So you can let me know in the comments or message me. But let's stretch out our feet as we close today. So for those of you who can, get on those knees, curl under those toes, and come down to rest your bum on your heels. This is an excellent toe stretch. If you're tight and you can't lower that bum to the heels, set a pillow and come into it that way. Really, just like when we did foot exercises yesterday, this is really stretching out the foot. So it's a good way to end our practice together. So day 12, we'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Have a beautiful day.